news to me. The structure detailed in this memo was not something I was previously familiar with. I do know all of these individuals from our shared time in government. And reading this, Katie, as a former CIA analyst, as someone who used to write memos looking at studying overseas al-Qaeda terrorist cells, this is some of the same terminology that I would have used as an analyst looking at those entities. The leadership, the foot soldiers, the operations chief. But I can't begin to describe how chilling it was to read this memo written by my own government about me, about my former colleagues, and circulated within the National Security Council. The National Security Council being the preeminent coordinating body within the White House responsible for overseeing the execution and implementation of America's foreign policy. I never thought I would see a document like that, and I never hoped, nor did I ever expect a document like that would be circulated at the highest levels of the U.S. government.
Well, let's show who is a part of this echo chamber, according to that document. It's a number, as you said, of your colleagues: Ben Rhodes, Jake Sullivan, Colin Kahl, Tommy Vietor, Ned Price, John Favreau, John Feiner, Dan Pfeiffer. A lot of prominent names during the Trump administration. Some of them have prominent podcasts, like Favreau and Pfeiffer. You're on TV a lot. Ben Rhodes is on TV here and there. But some of those guys, we don't hear from whatsoever. When you look at this document, and so far nobody's said who wrote it. Do you have any idea where it could have come from?
I have my suspicions, Katie, and I think those suspicions are predicated on something else we saw with ties to this administration. Several months ago, it was reported that an Israeli private intelligence company had spied on two of my former colleagues, the same two colleagues mentioned in this memo, Ben Rhodes and Colin Kahl. Given what we know of that operation, it looks like, at least this is a theory right now, Sebastian Gorka, who previously served as a senior advisor to President Trump, as a senior advisor to some of those on the National Security Council, his fingerprints seem to be all over that. And there are eerie echoes between that operation and what we see in this memo. The language, the targets, the emphasis on this echo chamber. It has a very Iran, Middle East slant, something that Gorka was quite obsessed with in his writing and his speaking. So we don't yet know. The answer is we don't yet know for sure. We've only seen the first page of this document. But those of us who have looked closely at this and who have looked closely at this administration's political retaliation